top performers have important information about safeguards for purchasers. We're joined today by Wanda Farrar, who is the principal broker of Metropolitan Living Realty Group, and also Carrie Reel, who is a senior loan officer at the Mortgage Link. Carrie and Wanda, thank you so much for joining us today. Carrie, I'm going to toss it right to you. What is our deal of the day?
Hey, thanks, Ellen. Good morning. We've got a 2.75%, 1 3/4 point, 15-year fixed rate mortgage with 3.074 APR. Those are on purchases, refinances, loan amounts up to 510, 60 LTV, 760 credit score. These rates have been all over the place, but they're still so low. Give us a phone call. Let us give you a rate that's specific to what you're looking for. We'd love to help you out.
All right, we'll have to take you up on that, Carrie. Wanda, we keep talking about on this show, it's a seller's market right now. If you are looking to purchase, how on earth do you protect yourself in this market?
Okay, well, as the broker of my company, I encourage my agents to make sure that they start out with a buyer consultation. And this gives your buyer an opportunity to go over with a professional the process from beginning to end. They can ask questions and we can help them understand what is about to happen. And so in the seller's market, one of the biggest things that we do talk about is your pre-approval. That pre-approval is so important, and it needs to be a full pre-approval.
Okay, that's good to know. You mentioned the appraisal as well. When it comes to an appraisal, you got to run some of the worst case numbers there, like just in case it comes in below what you're thinking. Is that right, Wanda?
Absolutely. So during that pre-approval process, we get an idea of what they're looking for and most likely where they want to live. So we do a worst case scenario. So if you were to purchase in this particular neighborhood and this is what the homes are looking for, then we ask Carrie to give us the worst case scenario. So in the event that the appraisal does not come back. So what happens is you may make an offer, and there may be a gap between what you offered and what the appraisal is. That gap you have to pay for.
Wow.
So that is where you have a consultation early on. So we're prepared for this before we go out in the field with Carrie, and then he explains like, what does that mean? What does that look like? How much cash are you going to have to bring to the table in addition to the typical closing costs? So that way they are very much prepared and not surprised.
Yes. Carrie, what do you also feel about maybe waiving some of like the contingencies for a home? Do you recommend that? Is it smart?
You know, you talked about this. I'd never recommend anything that you will do that'll be out of your comfort zone. You know, part of this market will put you in a position to potentially compromise what is good for you. And by that, I mean, you may waive your appraisal contingency, your home inspection contingency. You may not get any radon tests. If there's well and septic, you may bypass those as well, just to be competitive. And you may also do these escalation clauses. If you've got the cash and the means to do all of that, that's fine. But for those that are working on a little tighter budget, and like Wanda had stated, what we do is we'll go through a scenario and we'll suggest, okay, you want to make this offer. We feel that you should potentially offer a price of X, but we feel that that house may only appraise for a slightly lower amount. So in order to be more competitive, we recommend that pre-inspection so that you can, you know, feel more comfortable with the property. You can go in there with an offer that's escalated. You can potentially agree to purchase the house for an amount of the appraisal plus an additional sum of funds if you don't want to totally waive that appraisal, so that you have some ability to control how much of your cash you spend above what it appraises for. And, you know, we're not saying that every particular transaction is going to result in a low appraisal. It's just more common in a seller's market where you've got so many people out there trying to get the same property. You made mention that your neighbors put their house on the market and there were a ton of people there looking.
So many.
Absolutely am certain that they're probably going to have 14 to 25 offers and they're going to escalate.
Wow.
So yeah, we just want to go over all those numbers to make certain that that worst case number, that cash out of pocket, is number one, something you're willing to do. Number two, something that you can do.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's like happening in real time all around us. So thank you both for the advice today. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.